Winter is a really lovely time of the year. Crisp days, relaxing by the fire, and of course, getting to wear your favourite jumper. It's a busy time of the year, but if there's one thing I can recommend you to do this year, would be to protect your home from frozen and burst water pipes. It's mainly those water pipes in cold places like the loft, the garage, and outside that need that extra bit of protection from the cold. And that's because during the cold weather, the water in your pipes can freeze, leaving you with no water, or worse still, a burst pipe with water pouring into your home, causing a huge amount of damage. To make sure this doesn't happen to you, protect your pipes against the cold by using insulation like this. It's not expensive and it's available for most DIY shops. The first thing you'll need to do is measure up the length of pipes that you require to cover so you know how much to buy. It's really easy to install. It already comes with a slit through the insulation, which allows you to wrap it around the pipe just like this. Now for pipes that go around corners, simply cut the insulation using your trimming knife to the angle that you require to go around your pipe. And it should simply slip over and meet like that. Always stay safe and ask somebody you know or a professional to help you if you can't do it yourself. So I've started off up here in the top of the house, in the loft, where it can often get quite cold. I've started lagging these pipes. I'm just going to continue it down there because the last thing you want is a leak this high up in the house. And remember, safety first, use your dust mask and your gloves. So that's the top of the house now complete. Let's have a look around the rest of the house to see if there's any vulnerable pipes in cold places. And now in the garage, there's even more pipes that have to be protected from the cold. Just like the loft, I'm going to cover them with insulation. As you can see, this pipe has a 90-degree bend, therefore I'm going to cut the insulation to suit the pipe. I'm going to take my second piece, offer it up, there's another piece here just to finish the top off. So now the insulation's fitted snugly around the pipe, I'm going to hold it firmly into position with the cable ties. Now it's not just the cold pipes you need to protect, the hot pipes too. Coming out to this boiler, we've got the main hot water going to all the sinks and the hot pipe running in and out to the radiators. This is going to make your system run more energy efficient. Lastly, we're outside, and this is where your water pipes are most vulnerable because they're exposed to the elements at all times. A lot of us have an outside tap and a hose. This needs to be dealt with. If the hose is connected, simply disconnect that because that doesn't matter. If the water freezes in there and expands, it'll only come out of that end. However, the tap needs to be covered and it's quick and easy to do so. Using a tap lagging kit, this simply slides on and molds around your pipe, comes with a cap placed over the top and then a section for the nozzle. Once these are placed into position, they can be held down by using a plastic cable tie. And of course, if you have any further pipes coming along the walls, these will need to be covered as well with a more thicker insulation. So that's the outside covered. It's time to go inside for a cup of tea. While I'm here, I should mention the stop tap. Usually found directly below the sink, but now and again, they're located in other areas like the garage and the downstairs toilets. But if you're unfortunate enough to have a burst in the pipe, This little tap here will turn all water off in your home to reduce any further damage. Simply turn it clockwise to turn the water off and anti-clockwise to turn it back on again. If it's stuck, you're probably going to need to call a plumber to fix it for you. What to do in an emergency? If your neighbours all have running water, you may have frozen pipes. Therefore, you're going to have to turn your water off via the stop tap, which is normally located underneath the sink. This will probably be where the pipe is frozen, as this is where it's closest to the outside. Turn on your cold water in the kitchen and check that your pipe hasn't burst. Now, if it's safe to do so, you can use a hairdryer, setting it at a warm temperature, or you can use a hot water bottle to thaw your pipes out. Depending on how frozen your pipes are, this could take 10 to 15 minutes. Switch the stop tap back on to see if the water is running and check to see if there are any leaks in your home. If this doesn't work, you may have to call the local plumber to help you. Here's a couple of tips to prevent your pipes bursting in the winter. Protect your pipes in cold places with insulation. If you're planning on going away this winter period, it might be wise to leave your heating on low or a timer to prevent the chance of any frozen or burst pipes. So have a great winter and remember to wrap up your pipes.